The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What's going on with everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, the host of the 1130 podcast. Hey yo man, I want to send a special shout out to Off the Top Roads podcast. If you guys ain't already heard it already, man, go tune in to wherever you get your podcasts is at, man, and subscribe to Off the Top Roads podcast. Shout out to my man Shiz Lansky, man. He been a guest on my wrestling podcast twice, and he gonna be a guest on the main show. Man, so stay tuned to the 1130 podcast social medias, man, to tune in to that. And yo, go tune in, man, and cop some merch from Off the Top Roads podcast. You dig?
Yeah. Off the road.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another brand new episode of Off the Top Rope Podcast. If you don't know this, you should know. You know who the fuck I am. I'm the boss on Bigger Valve. Head honcho here for OTTR. Blackheart, I'm in this bitch. I'm back after being away. I took a little personal weekend off to spend time with my lady, as Cyber has said last week. But now I'm back in my dark Game of Thrones chair and my nice little setup. So here we are. But needless to say, before we get into all this that happened last week in wrestling, I want to give a special shout out to everyone that's been helping us, supporting us, and been pushing out the content, retweets, the whole 9 yards. Thank you. Keep up, keep this thing up. Get the merchandise at bonfire.com/store/off the top rope podcast and at decoslides.com as well. You find those slides as well. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. Subscribe. Do that for us, please. Leave comments. Anything that can help us grow this goddamn thing of ours, we would greatly appreciate it. And of course, you know where to find us: YouTube, Anchor, Google, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Podbean, Audio. Once in a while, we'll go live on Green Room. And then we're going to slowly get into Apple Podcasts. We're going to slowly get into the Castbox and Stitcher. So now we're going to be coming up real soon, folks. So keep watching, keep tuning in, man. We going round and round with it. But needless to say, before I introduce the special guest of the night, I want to get to the round table of the collective group that's in here. Big Mike, the former paperweight champion. Maverick, where the hell is your mask? And Shar C, the first lady of OTTR. How you guys doing this week?
Doing good.
Doing great, but we have guests here. You will introduce me correctly in front of the guests.
The first ever OTTR champion. Shut
champion.
up. Okay, fine, whatever. See, you're lucky enough Cyber's not here, because otherwise you two will be bickering like cats and dogs right by now. El Maverico, what the hell's your mask?
I'm hemming my daughter's pants right now, so
how cute.
That's Super Dad over there, man. Leave Super Dad over there, man.
Hey, Super Dad can still the Batman mask on, though. You know
I can't see that well. I don't have glasses, so
needless to say,
where are my glasses actually?
Oh yeah, man, you look a totally different person with your glasses off.
I gotta be the professor again.
You look totally different with your glasses.
There
off.
we go.
Nah, man, take the shit back off.
Man.
Nah, man, take the shit back off. You look much better with the shit off.
Professor Ogilvy.
No, he looks more like Step On with the glasses off. No, stop. All right, yo, listen. Before we go out of control, we introduce you the special guest of the night. We're live from our backyard, South Boston, of course. Well, from my backyard, but us in Massachusetts, though. But let's just say we have 3 generations of South Boston in the house. Give it up for Big J and Big Joe of the Irish Whip Podcast. We in the building with it, folks. Give them a round of applause for being here. JP, Big Joe.
That's the first time we've gotten applause. I think
we gotta give him a round of applause.
And usually it's only JP's mother liking our posts.
Oh.
This is true. I love that you give the chain of commands in the beginning and not the end, because people don't realize, like, if you like this podcast, hit that like button, because that's so important to the algorithms on all these sites, guys. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen to what Big J guys tell y'all, man. This is facts.
I hear preaching.
Especially you gotta listen to his podcast too, man, because these two, they be going off as well. Especially Big, you know what I'm saying, especially Big Joe down there.
You think about people when they're sitting there, they're gonna look at it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or they watch the whole thing. It takes less than a second to like and retweet or like and share.
Right.
Just what's it do? You know,
and if you guys don't like and share it, Joe's gonna take his teeth out of his mouth again.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna say that for the special surprise later
I
on.
just did it.
Big Joe, just keep doing that. Well, folks, you know what it is. This is last week of wrestling, so let's start from the very beginning on Monday night. This is supposed to be night 2 of the WWE bullshit draft. Is what I call it. I'm not gonna go really too deep into it. So I'm gonna make this in short and sweet. We get it: Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair promo, trash. But this led up to the main event between Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. Big E, then we get a Big E, Drew McIntyre, Dirty Dogs promo, and basically the both baby faces have owed their success to Dolph Ziggler because without them they wouldn't be here. Was led up to a tag team match, and we all know the baby faces was really going to win. That's what's going to build up to this title match coming up at the Saudi Arabia show, October 21st, I believe it is.
Correct.
This 24/7 title crap segment. It's just trash. Just rip it, throw it away in the garbage. Then we get Kevin Owens stuns Akira Tozawa. What the hell are they going to do with Kevin Owens right now? He just needs to leave. He just needs to go do with the whole Mount Rushmore idea that people's been craving and talking about for the last few weeks. Maybe they're going to pull the trigger on it, but I think WWE is going to offer him that back to stay, and we don't know what that's going to follow up to. Super Brutality. Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley defeated Natalia and Tamina in the women's tag team titles rematch, which basically was not going to go anywhere. Goldberg and Bobby Lashley's promo segment that the Hurt Business at the end tried to ambush old man Goldberg, but he squishes the both of them. Trash.
He speared the shit out of
this whole thing is still this whole thing is still trash. But the key thing is that y'all gonna remember is you're next and you're dead. Gimmick. Oh God, trash and all the tea.
I'm over the gimmick.
New Day had defeated the Hurt Business in a squash match. Xavier Woods is going to be king of the ring. Quote my words.
Hope so.
Then we get Styles. Then we get Styles and Armis, an arcade brawl, which ended up Randy Orton RKO and AJ Styles. Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair is in the main event. These two have a pretty good match, but Bianca wins by DQ because obviously who's out there sitting there at the announcer's table? The SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. She gets involved in it. They get into a brawl. Who's the last one to stand tall? The unexpected Sasha Banks coming out in all blue, looking like a straight crip.
Another Boston girl, by the way.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sure is. Sasha Banks had to get her payback, and that was the end of the show. Before I move on to the key question of the night, I'm gonna just read the overall draft picks for both shows real quick, so some of y'all can.
I have an issue with them even calling it a draft.
Big J, say something.
I've had that issue since the very first time. Now, if they want to call it a draft, then they should be sitting there looking at the PWI 500 and pulling people up from there, getting people from the indies. You don't draft somebody that's already, the Patriots aren't going to draft somebody that's already on the Patriots.
Can you name someone on another team other than the Patriots, though, Joe?
But no, that would be a trade.
But can you name someone on another team other than the Patriots?
I don't even know half the fucking people on the Patriots. Since Brady left, I don't know anybody.
Because majority of them are new.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't call it a draft. It's not a draft. You're using the word wrong. And you want to claim that they get the best product out there, but they don't even know how to label things properly. It just bugs the hell out of me that they're going to call it a draft when all they're doing is trading shows.
It's just a roster shuffle.
It's a shuffle. Call it a shuffle.
Like we said about a month ago, I want to say it was probably about a month ago when we went to our last indie show in Malden. We legit said that the best talent is
that was them right there. You know that, right? That's these guys right here.
I know.
So I'm like,
and I'm saying
we was in the same building.
We said it on our podcast, my friend. I'm just reiterating what was said a month ago.
Hey, yo.
That the best
effort, don't you be correcting me. You better be over there sewing up my new mask.
Correcting him off the air.
Anthony Green's been one of the top talents in the world for the past 3 or 4 years, like easily.
Easy.
He had a job for a few minutes. So yeah, you're right. Like the best talent's not in the WWE. The biggest guys are in the WWE.
That's it. The best talent has always been independent.
Who says the biggest guys are in the WWE? Is it because they're on TV and they have merch?
No, biggest meaning size wise. Like that's what Vince likes.
It's more of a size and height thing compared to what we look at in the other promotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
Okay. So I'm gonna just read down all the Raw, or unless Mike got something to say real quick, because I know he had that face on.
I mean, what we talking though? Like, we don't think that Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers in the world?
No.
No, I think Seth Rollins has potential to be, and I think he has been in that level.
I think Seth Rollins is one of the best second guys in the business.
He's one of the best like workhorse wrestlers.
Seth Rollins would be great like he was in the Shield behind Roman Reigns. I don't think Seth Rollins has the skills to be the top guy.
No. He does.
Oh, so yeah.
Who's the best wrestler in the world?
That's just my opinion.
Who's the best wrestler in the world?
Who?
Big Joe?
No. I trip over my own feet. See, the best wrestler in the world is a personal question, because each person you ask is going to have a different response based on their fandoms, based on what they've been seeing. Now you get so many people out there like JP and I who do hit the indie shows up here, and you guys as well hit the indie shows around, and you're going to see talent that the 35,000 people that watch Monday Night Raw don't see. They only see this little fishbowl of people. So they're all going to say Seth Rollins. But when you see Eddie Edwards, who's on TNA, these people don't see him.
No.
You know, and they're going to get blown away when they do, because it's raw, unaffected talent, because they're just in there doing what they do.
They're not jaded by the WWE system.
Exactly. No. They're not scripted. They're not given, this is who you are. This is what you say. You talk with a lisp. You have a lazy eye, and they make you someone you're not. So you're going in there. You're basically an actor. You're Dwayne Johnson being The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
You're a sports entertainer, not a wrestler.
But still, I would say who. So are we talking in ring? Are we talking character wide? Like, what are we? Because I feel like,
and that's more of an open-ended question, because it can lead to different people.
It's
different. We all could be sitting here for hours breaking this thing down, but we got other shit that we got to cover.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Okay, so basically, going down the list for Raw: AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Alexa Bliss, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Austin Theory, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Carmella, Cedric Alexander, Chad Gable, Commander Aziz, Damian Priest, Dana Brooke, Dolph Ziggler, Dominic Mysterio, Doudrop, Drake Maverick, Edge, Finn Balor, Gable Stevenson, Jackson Riker, John Morrison, Karrion Kross, Keith Bearcat Lee, Kevin Owens, Liv Morgan, Mia Yim, Montez Ford, MVP, Nia Jax, Nikki ASH, Omos, R-Truth, Randy Orton, Reggie, Rhea Ripley, Riddle, Robert Roode, Seth Rollins, Shelton Benjamin, T-Bar, Tamina, Tegan Knox, The Miz, Veer, Zelina Vega. That's from Monday Night Raw. SmackDown.
Can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
No, we're not doing that. SmackDown. Aaliyah, Angel Garza, Ashantis Adonis, who we call B-Fab, Cesaro, Charlotte Flair, Drew Gulak, Eric, Happy Corbin, Humberto Carrillo, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ivar, Jeff Hardy, Jey Uso, JB Uso, Jinder Mahal, King Nakamura, but he dropped the King. That's what we're going to go into later on. Kofi Kingston, Mace, Madcap Moss, stupid name, Mansoor, Mustafa Ali, Naomi, Natalia, Rick Boogs, Ricochet, Ridge Holland, caller for NXT, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Shanky, Shayna Baszler, Sheamus, Shotzi, which I still get at that black card to it. Why the fuck would you do that? Tony Storm, Top Dollar, Xavier Woods, and Xia Li. It's your new updated draft, effective as of October 22nd.
Which will be the first taping after Crown Jewel.
But the key question of was now we're going to introduce a new key question instead of you going around talking about all these damn matches. We got to cut this damn time. One key question for each show. Who has the better roster after the draft, Raw or SmackDown?
Neither. It's equal to me. It's about equal to me. There's no better talent on either show.
It's like
I say who has the better roster, not talent.
It's same like wiping with your left hand or your right hand. You're gonna get the same effect.
Wax on, wax off.
But like you wipe the left hand, you're gonna get shit. You wipe with the right hand, you're gonna get shit. That's what I see.
It's pretty much the same thing because you got.
Roster.
Yeah,
we need more concrete answer like Mike just did.
Raw has potential, but SmackDown has a better roster.
Yeah, I think I'll always turn Raw on, and I'll never make it past the first half hour. If I happen to turn SmackDown on, I'm gonna watch the whole show.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of sorry.
I think SmackDown has the better roster right now. I mean, they're just gonna rehash they're gonna just keep rehashing these old storylines and everything, and nothing's gonna make sense on Raw. It's just gonna go back to the same crap that they've been giving us for years.
And this time of year, they have to bring in guys like Goldberg for the crown jewel because they pay like millions of dollars and they want
blood
Goldberg
money
for some reason over there.
But that's what I said. My problem is you need to build around the talent you have, not keep relying on the legends of the past. Like every single time that you're in a jam, you have to rely on what you already have on the roster.
Yeah, but the money that them Saudis, that blood money that them Saudis is giving, if they want to be stuck in 1998, then Vince is going to be like, all right, 1998 it is.
Then that brings us back to the Indies, and that becomes a sold show. So they should play it like that.
That's exactly what it is.
They should play it like that. I don't know why they don't, but
Big Mike, you know why that they don't.
Well, I know why they don't. I know.
So we ain't gonna get involved. But next, we're gonna move on to Tuesday. And Tuesday night was what? NXT 2.0. Oh my God! This is what week 4. This is what week 3, week 4 of the new transformation.
I can't believe
the new rebranding.
NXT has fallen off
everyone's
like
shaking
this.
their head. So I
can't believe they did this to my NXT. I can't believe they did this to me.
Oh well. What do you think was gonna? What do you the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
I need Triple H to get healthy. That's what I need. I need him to get his shit together because this is terrible.
It is.
I can't believe NXT's falling off like this.
Well, can I read through this real quickly? So Mandy Rose defeats Amber Rose. Santos Escobar challenges Isaiah Scott for the North American title. And later on that night, Isaiah Scott accepts. We all know what's going to happen here because of that call up. He's going to have to drop the belt. So, boo to that. LA Knight defeats Odyssey Jones, Andre Chase, the little professor gimmick bullshit, makes his own little distraction. Kyle O'Reilly, Bob Wagner's little promo, as I dub it, the test of friendship. And as it kind of plays out later on. Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Baker's promo, and that's what sets up for the Halloween Havoc title match TV special that's going to happen October 26th. Last time I checked. Joe Gacy then defeats Ikeman Gyro. What the fuck was this crap? And then you got Harlan makes his debut, the Brock Lesnar lookalike guy with a new shaved head and new little look to him. But I don't know what they're gonna go with this. He better not be no secondary brainwashed kid, and they all say he becomes another like heater, but whatever. Corbin Jade defeats Frankie Monet. What the hell was this? Joe Gacy segment that he wants a title shot for the NXT Championship. Tommaso Ciampa makes a challenge to him for next week. If Gacy wins, then he's going to be involved and becomes a triple threat. Pete Dunne defeats Cameron Grimes. O'Reilly's trying to come out to get his payback for last week, but gets his ass beat instead because Rich Holland wasn't there. Tony D'Angelo defeats Malik Blade. This Tony D'Angelo shit is trash. You're taking my gimmick away. You fuck nigga. Wait, I'm about to use a bad word. I can't say it. See, I caught myself. Aha. That's how furious I am because of this stupid ass gimmick. Indy Hartwell defeats Mi Ying, whatever the fucking name is. But that was travesty too. Last Legend, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is, claims that Facebook and Instagram shutdown happened because of the Lashing Out debut the previous week. Trash. I'm about to put this in the gay pile. Okay? Like, no, this deserves to be in the Robert Stone, the Lex Luger, the any other people. Oh, yeah, and Miro's wife, Lana.
Yes.
Like now it's part of that shitty pile over there. Please do not do this anymore. This is a travesty. Toxic Attraction tried to do a 3-on-1 attack on Raquel Gonzalez until Io Shirai and Zoe Starks comes out to even the odds. Whatever. The main event was MSK defeating the Grizzled Young Veterans, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, and Carmella Hayes and Trick Williams in the fatal 4-way elimination match for the tag titles. After the match, Imperium makes their attacks on the champs, and the babyface Briggs and Jensen makes the save for them. That's the end of the show. Key question for y'all is, do you like the new faces of NXT? And if so, who?
I mean, I haven't watched a lot of it, but I mean, I've watched a lot of Josh Briggs stuff and a lot of Carmelo stuff, because again, they're local guys here, and they're both incredible. And Carmelo Hayes, like what he did over COVID, he got himself in the best shape of his life and got himself ready for this.
Carmelo is outstanding.
Yes.
I haven't seen a bad match yet with him. And
his old stuff, if you want to look up some of his old stuff, it was Christian Casanova. And he was really good back then.
A lot of stuff will be on Beyond.
Yes.
And everything, like he has
a look. See, this is what I started telling y'all about these indie people.
Yeah.
Told you, it's a new renaissance. It's a new resurgence right now.
I already said it.
Everything. Go ahead, man.
No.
I said it like 5 minutes ago that
Indies
is
I know that you
the
said that.
new wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
So here's one for you.
I was just saying that to you guys because when you was looking at me crazy when I first told y'all about it, I'm like, no, listen, this is what's happening right now because you see what AEW is doing over there with all the enhanced talent that they're bringing into play, and that's what you noticing. Other companies are doing the same thing too. So now it's
except
like,
for
okay,
WWE.
TV tryout joints, and then if they're good enough, they're gonna get signed.
I just really wish like just like Big Joe said, they're drafting indie guys lots and lots more because you know what?
Right.
Honestly,
MLW, they really do that. They really draft like indie guys to their roster.
MLW honestly has to be like one of the best indie shows I have ever watched.
And and we was gonna talk about that shit later on too. But you already beat me to the punch because I was like, Maverick discovered a little something over the last few days that I pointed out to them, and he caught wind, he caught fire.
I've been watching everything, TNA, MLW, just about everything. And like I said, MLW, that was probably the best independent show I've watched on TV. In person, it has no comparison to being in person, but that was probably the best one.
So we all can agree that Carmella Hayes was basically your new face of NXT as of right now. All right, moving on to Wednesday, AEW Dynamite. This was the second year anniversary show of them being on TNT television. I know Big Mike got that face on because he's going to say he's not impressed, and I can feel it in the air. So first we're going to start with, which I still consider this the main event, but I don't care. The Elite, which consists of Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks defeating Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. When the babyface is going to get their dub in, or at least like their win back, but needs to say, I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that later because I got something to say about Mr. Moxley too. CM Punk's promo is next. He got that Philly love. Issues a challenge to Daniel Garcia for Rampage, and he gives this kid his Air Force One sneakers on some Bret Hart shit. As I told y'all last time that I was here. Next, you got CM
Jordan's not Air Force Ones.
Whatever. See, I'm not sneaking head like you are. So
AEW, everybody on AEW was wearing a pair of Jordan 1s this week, it seemed.
Right, at least.
They really do.
Even Punk took the pair off and gave them to the kid.
What is the new Bucks?
Young Bucks.
Them guys, the Young Bucks.
The new Bucks?
Whatever. They always are wearing like some Jordan 1s.
Young Bucks.
They are real sneaker
Their
heads.
sneaker game is crazy.
Their sneaker game is nuts. So you gotta give him credit for that. And Kenny Omega, he just eventually caught fire too. Because some shit that he be rocking, he'd be like, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't talk shit about their own drip, you know what I mean? But next
now, that just raised a question for me now. You're saying they're all wearing the Jordans. Now, is there going to be an AEW line of Jordans coming out?
Yes. I believe
you
so.
Never know. Because
anything can happen. No. If Kanye West can get involved in Old Navy shit, that I'm pretty goddamn sure with the right motivation.
Kanye West can still remain relevant. Anything can happen.
He's also a fucking billionaire. He go wherever the fuck.
Come on, now. Yeah, but seriously though, because if he can do it, Jay-Z did it. How many other people, rappers wise, have created their own clothing line from scratch?
50 Cent.
Oh, yeah,
but 50 Cent went to not Walmart, but like Marshall's pretty quick.
He went to Reebok, and then so did the S. Carter.
Yeah,
S. Carter's went the same direction as 50 Cent's sneaker did. If the Young Bucks can get an AEW shoe, then Kofi Kingston should get a WWE shoe.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because he's been wrestling in sneakers for the longest. Roman Reigns just started wrestling in Nike.
Then you might as well just give them. Yeah, you might as well just give the Usos the same deal too, because they've been rocking Air Force Ones for years.
That brings it back to
whenever Kofi comes down,
always wrestled in sneakers.
Oh yeah, Cena too.
And unfortunately, that's
Shane McMahon. Oh,
they're gonna give it to Cena first.
Oh no, and the E-Deuce's favorite line. Shout out to Shane McMahon's. It's a Shane McMahon for his Jordans and shit.
Yeah, but whenever Kofi comes out, because Kofi's gonna fucking crease those sneakers. I cringe every time.
All right.
But the crazy thing, he gets all his shoes customized.
Yes.
And it's like all his shoes are one-of-ones, and it's just like, why would you wrestle in something that you got customized?
I don't know.
Hey, listen, if you got a plug like that can do it for the low, then
you got the plug.
Yeah, I'm keeping him on. I'm keeping him on the stash box.
You think they're one of one? Could they be one of two, and you get the other one at home on the shelf?
Could be
probably. Most likely.
See, you always get two pair. Always get two pair.
It's like underwear. You always need
one collectible, one wearable joint. Next, we got Sammy Guevara defeating Bobby Fish, who retained his TNT title. Pretty decent match, but he gets attacked by American Top Team. I hate this stupid name. Jericho and Hager makes the save. Don Lieber proposed a match between them next week, and of course Jericho accepts. So Inner Circle versus Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and Junior DeSantos is going to make his ring debut. I guess it's safe to say.
Yeah.
Mike got that look on his face, so I will wait. Hold on for a second. Darby Allin defeats Nick Camararo, which this was stupid, but okay. Yeah, you get a QT Marshall brawl out with Sting coming out on top. Dante Martin issues an open shot to the locker room, but who answers the call? Malachi Black comes out with the lights out, and poor man just kicked the shit out of him and assess the challenge. Next, you got the Lucha Bros in Acclaim tag team title match set up for Rampage. Serena D defeats Hikaru Shida. She stopped her from getting her 50th win, turns heel in the process. Yes. Thumbs up for that. MJF versus Darby Allin set for next week's main event. But poor Darby, he just gets his ass mollywopped by guys all black. Well, of course, we know who the hell it is. It's the Pinnacle. Pinnacle making their backstage sabotage with them. They fucking this poor kid up. Then the main event, the casino ladder match. Oh man, with the return of Hangman Adam Page, who got the best pop of the night. He comes back and defeats John Moxley, Lance Archer, Matt Hardy, Pac, and Orange Cassidy and Andrade El Idolo to eventually now will face Kenny Omega for the AEW title. Question of the night for you guys is: what do you think is going to happen between Omega, Danielson, and Paige?
I think Danielson's out of it right now. I think it's going to be Hangman versus Kenny for the title at Full Gear. Hangman wins the championship. This is a story that's been going on for since the beginning of the company. It's got to end with Hangman standing tall at Full Gear with the championship.
I agree. Like Hangman has to win it at this point. It's been too long, and he deserves it more than anyone.
He's been the number one contender since the company started. And it's like, what the fuck? If he doesn't get it, I'll be fucking mad. I would quit.
Because here's the thing right now. You got all three of them right now, right? Similar storyline, but they intertwine with one another, right? So they're going to try to make it to a triple threat for Full Gear.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think what it's possibly going to build to is after Hangman beats Kenny for the title, I think it's going to build to Danielson versus Omega one-on-one without the title. Because I got
conquer to that one because listen here, right? They just announced the other day that they're having a world heavyweight eliminated tournament. And I'm like, wait, hold on, time out. With Hangman being back and him winning this, that means you're going to rush this within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And that's already bad enough as is that you already rushing his storyline just so that you can get to another winner to face off against Kenny. Like, no, that shit shouldn't even happen. It should have already been, since we're going near Full Gear anyway, it's going to be insert him into it because he's been the number one contender. Bryan Danielson still haven't gotten his fucking title shot, but he did get to a time limit draw against Kenny Omega just 2 weeks ago.
He's got to build that record up. I mean, one or two wins isn't going to vault him to the top of the number one.
He went to a time limit draw. That doesn't count for shit.
No, he has to build those wins.
Can I just say that I'm absolutely sick and tired of these former WWE superstars on AEW getting their shot before any other AEW superstar gets their shot.
Thank you.
100%.
I'm over it. I don't care how much.
And why do you think I said, well, all these new additions, it feels like you'll be burying your main core of roster, the young guys that you had since day one.
Like all these, that's why I'm like, if anything, all these like WWE superstars should be fighting AEW superstars that been here and building up these young kids so that they can get better. I mean, because they should not be getting title shots at all. There should be no title shot at all. Like, the only WWE superstar that I really like that had the title was Miro, only because he made that title look amazing.
I totally agree.
Who else was doing anything else with the TNT title? Please. What did Darby Allin do?
Nothing.
And now what is Sammy Guevara doing?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, one match.
Wait, time out, because he just got
one
it.
Match?
He
one
just
match?
got the damn belt at least.
All right.
One match.
4 weeks.
And the match was trash.
Listen, at least give the poor boy 4 weeks. Shit.
I'll
give him more than 1 week before you start judging.
Cody had the belt for like 3 months before he dropped it?
Yeah, he had like 2 different reigns with it. Come on.
I mean, he did bring Eddie Kingston to play.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He did bring Eddie Kingston to play. He did bring he did bring Warhorse. He did bring a true independent star too there to actually do that, and Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Fuck Ricky Starks.
Uh-oh. we already know how you feel about him.
He's a fucking fake rock. Fucking fake rock. He stole the Rock's whole gimmick. He's a fucking fake rock.
Y'all too funny. Well, that's well, you feel what you feel. Next, we're gonna go into Thursday. And yes,
we're not. Oh no, we are not skipping over that ladder match. We are
okay.
not.
Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about Moxley just getting hit with a blast of wind and just falling off the ladder. We are not going to just act
you're
like
right. You're right, man. I totally apologize because I did see that and I was like, wait, what the fuck is happening with Jon Moxley right now? You got a lot of explaining to do, young lady.
Like,
I wish I could. I wish I could. I didn't like
the ending
either. I mean, I was happy that Hangman and him were the final two in that ladder match, but I didn't like that ending either. Like
that ladder match was like
that ending.
Travesty.
That ending was awful.
AEW's got kind of a bad record
order.
with those big type of
they got a
matches.
bad
They
booking.
have a
They
horrible
got a bad
rep-
booking
rep.
order system
have a-
right now. They put the main event on first, and then throughout the rest of the show, you get like a mixed blend of different high intense or low intense matches and shit. You be like, what the fuck's going on with this?
Stupid shit always happens in
You
their
should
main
be doing
events.
a small build to a build up to the main event. Should be the highest where people want to watch that joint. They're doing from beginning and going down. That's fucked up, and that's like stupid.
I hate
stupid.
Right, because then you don't tune in till the end.
I think we've been talking about this for weeks now about how they keep putting their main event in the beginning.
Right.
And I, for one, am going to sit here and call them out every single time because I know good and goddamn well the WWE pulled this shit. Y'all would be losing y'all goddamn mind if WWE did this shit. So I'm going to hold AEW to the fire every time they do something stupid like this because you want to be the big boys. This is the big boy smoke.
But here's the thing is I don't disagree with that, but at the same point, like I love Orange Cassidy and I love him in AEW, but I don't want to see that character in WWE.
Not at all. They wouldn't know how to use him at all.
No,
they wouldn't know how to use him at all.
They would kill him. They would kill him over there.
His career would
lost in the shuffle.
They would
kill him lost in the shuffle.
Now, if Brian Cage would have went over there, this man would have loved him.
I'm waiting for Brian Cage.
They would have loved him right the fuck away. And then I even said that to y'all too. I was like, yo, they're mishandling Brian Cage like a motherfucker. And when we talk about Rampage, I got a tirade for this because I got to support my man right now. We gotta go into Thursday. Sorry, folks. Yes, man.
Thursday Impact.
Yes,
Impact?
we are. Yes, we are. I know it. Yeah. Oh no! Get your ass back in here. Get your ass back in here. You're not doing no Dukes right now. The Dukes ain't, you know what I'm saying? The Dukes ain't here. Get your ass back in here. My God, we get the Bullet Club. We get the Bullet Club. We get the Bullet Club. We got Chris Bay, Phantasmo, and Haiku Leo defeating Finn Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson, for those of y'all that don't not know, and Chris Sabin in the opening match. Then we get Savannah Evans, Alicia Edwards, Jordan Grace, Kimberly. It's all going to be in the Monsters Ball match that's happening right now currently on Impact. Now, so watch out for that.
Grace, oh my God.
Johnny Swagger starts packing up Swinger's Place. I guess that whole stupid casino gimmick is over. He slated makes his return after being injured for nearly a fucking year. Wants to talk to Rhino about what the hell's been going on with him, but he's not going to come out. Violent by Design comes out, does the promo, and beat his ass. Tasha Steele, Savannah Evans, and Mercedes Martinez. Yes, Mercedes Martinez is in Impact, y'all. Watch out for her ass. Yes, Big Mike, you better look at me when I'm talking to you, boy. Defeats Brady Lauren, Kimberly, and Lady Frost. I don't know what to say about this match. Just thank God that this match was over with. This all about me segment between Tennille Dashwood, Madison Ray, and Kayla with a K. My fucking God. Why did I watch this shit? For 7 straight minutes, it killed me. Because not only on top of that, the K was a special guest, and they just came and ran both the whole goddamn place. What's the point of this? I guess this was a build-up to what's going on right now currently in the all-women's pay-per-view knockdown pay-per-view that's happening right now for Impact. So for those of you that do not know, that y'all should know. So if y'all got nothing to do this weekend, give them a watch. Moose and W. Morrissey's announced that they're going to be in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, but they're still in alliance. I don't know how much this is really going to look like, but something what this alliance is going to break apart. Someone's going to have to turn babyface here.
It is.
Coin flip to me is going to have to be Moose turning babyface because Morrissey is way too big to become a babyface to get smacked around. Steve Macklin defeats Petey Williams and Black Taurus. He advances to be part of the X Division triple threat match for Bound for Glory for the vacant X Division title belt. Rick Swann and Willie Mack defeats Ziggy Dice and Manny Lemons. Some stupid goonies for Kurt Hawkins right now. Kurt Hawkins got this whole little stable going on over there. But eventually, the baby faces get their ass beat by Hawkins' group, who's like 5 of them. So who would have thought? This Deonna Purrazzo and Mickey James rivalry has been fire. Y'all been sleeping on that. Because last week, when y'all wasn't covering that shit, this bitch Deonna Purrazzo braced into Mickey James' house just to beat her ass. So she's pulling Seth Rollins and shit too. Anyway,
stop stealing stuff.
this beef is continuing on. So now they got a no contact contract going on right now in the process. So they can't go at it. Then they get issued a pick your poison. So Marsha Slamovich, who's going to be on the podcast in the next couple of weeks, check out for that October 15th. October 15th. She's going to be with us. And my God, I got a lot of questions about what the hell she's doing right now, currently at that pay-per-view. I can't wait. But we get, and then we get the match card announced for Knockouts. Knockdown is currently happening. I don't want to read it, too much. But the main event, Christian Cage and Josh Alexander defeats Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. But the key question for you guys is, who's going to win between this Christian Cage and Josh Alexander for the Impact World title at Bound for Glory coming up October 28th, I believe.
I don't know.
I may give it to Josh Alexander on this one only because they may want to keep the title in house and stop having these guys going back and forth.
I think it makes more sense to put it on Josh. And Josh is one that's been loyal to them.
Yeah.
He could have easily, I'm assuming he could have easily jumped with Ethan Page, and he didn't, so.
Mike?
I think it stays. I think you put it on Alexander too. Like, he's been loyal to the company. And you want to start building making the title be relevant to the roster and not the outside talent again. So.
And Christian Cage has been around long enough, like he can make Josh Alexander look like $1 million in that match and go over clean and not lose any heat on himself.
It's a Hangman Page situation. It's just like you want the pillar of that company to win. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a Christian Cage. I totally agree with you. With everyone, it's going to Josh.
It is.
Mike, you better answer that question.
Ditto.
Oh man, Joe.
I haven't been watching it, so I can't really give an opinion.
Ditto. See? Ditto.
Oh man.
I mean, I can make some shit up for radio, but
no.
It ain't gonna be true.
No. I don't want you going that far deep into it.
Say Christian Cage just to disagree with everyone else, Joe.
Christian Cage just to disagree with everyone else. Joe.
But why do you think that, Joe?
Because you said so.
I mean, I don't see the gun being pointed at your head.
Hey, you don't know how those South Boston guys are.
Hey, watch out now. Watch out now. Don't try to come at my back porch like that.
I'm seeing this handicap tag match right here in this little
Right. It's a 6-man tag right here.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Someone's got to get smacked.
We can go with the Andre. We can go with the Andre challenge from back in the day, and whoever can body slam JP.
Just so I had to move my ass over to the left side. We in here. Anyway, let's move on to Friday.
We should have a draft for it.
Okay. We'll make
Let's call it WWE.
No, they'll sue us for stealing their gimmick.
Or like
they would
call like some like Boston Wrestling Association shit like that. Let's move on to Friday Night SmackDown. It opens up with, weirdly, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bianca Belair's contract signing, which didn't really end in the contract signing. Ends up in the brawl, and then you get Bianca Belair hitting the KOD to basically one against the other through a table. So they should have done this. They should have done this at her hometown. They had the balls to do it here. They can't book baby faces. That's the problem with WWE too. They can book heels perfectly, but they can't build baby faces, and that's super fucking sad.
No, the real problem is they can't write a real script.
No.
Dude, we can write a better script than them.
The problem is they write a real script. They don't write a wrestling show.
No.
Yeah, that's
They write a TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
Next.
And then
Next, we get the King of the Ring tournament starts. Sami Zayn defeats Rey Mysterio to advance to the semifinals in the King of the Ring tournament. Damn, poor Rey. In this case, I guess the season's going to be playing for Dominic to turn heel. And you know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it.
This is what's going to happen real damn soon. Sammy got it. I just hope that Dominic goes out on his own and not tag along with somebody. If he goes out on his own, I would like him even more. But if he tags along with someone like Sammy, I'm like, ugh. Now it's just like, here we go with the Seth Rollins thing, like he did the last time.
Yeah,
someone with a series, they can get easily possessed.
I think when you come in the way he did, like as Rey Mysterio's kid tagging with Rey Mysterio, like you really do get a break off on your own at some point just to establish that, listen, I'm not Rey Jr., I'm Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to lead to the same storyline that's been going on for years when there's a father and son in the same promotion. One's gonna turn heel on the other, and they're gonna do the same thing that they've been doing for 60 years, and they're gonna fight each other, and they're gonna beat each other up, and then they're gonna hug at the end of the thing. I just gave you the storyline. Now let's just see them do it.
And Dominic only has to, if he wants to blind his father, he only has to poke him in one eye, right? Because Rey only has one eye. How do we forget about that?
Who can't forget about that? And then we get Hit Row coming to SmackDown. So see how they,
I like that.
I like it. I'm excited for them.
I am excited for it. I'm just worried about what they're going to, how they're going to maintain what they have at NXT there at SmackDown, and then they can capitalize with them. That's my only big question for that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they have a plan, and they don't do what they try to do with the Street Profits, try to break them off. And I'm like, don't do that here, not right now.
Right. You leave them as. Maybe you break Swerve off from them and leave the other couple guys, but like leave them.
Okay, dude, you better turn your goddamn camera, boy, and your heavy ass breathing. What the hell's going on with you?
I think he's dying.
Now I just got in from work. What are you talking about?
You better adjust your camera, adjust your face, and put on your wave cap because your braids ain't shit right now.
Damn.
I still got hair.
Quick, why don't you?
Hey, I still got hair too. It's just in a different location.
Damn, he just came at his whole life.
Next, we get Selena Vega defeats Toni Storm to advance in the Queen's Crown tournament. What the fuck's going on with WWE in this booking? This bullshit.
This is what I have a problem with. This is getting ridiculous. Like the women's matches for the night. Like what the heck? We criticize.
Okay, what the heck? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, what's the language?
No.
Such vulgarities.
No, we criticize AEW when they do something wrong. I'm going to criticize WWE right now.
Yeah, but what the heck though? Like, it's like, come on, what the hell, girl? Like, you better put some soul. Right now, you better put some heart into this.
Two matches in one night that equaled 4 minutes. 4. Come on.
She legit.
What the
she's
hell?
legit in TNT
Seriously.
movies right now. She's the TNT of all movies. When they like swear, they say other words like, "Oh, sugar lumps."
Oh man. Next we get the Bloodline promo. Basically Paul did his due diligence to keep the Usos on SmackDown, but Roman still questions his loyalty. And Heyman insists that he's on the Tribal Chief's nutsack. I'm sorry to say that. But he still questions the Brock Lesnar's free agency speech. So did he have a hand involved to that?
Can we just be done with Brock Lesnar for now? Like, just get rid of him.
I would have rather.
Words on the street is they're going to try to keep stretching the shit out to WrestleMania time.
Like G Willikers, come on.
G Willikers.
Why not just walk that
what the hell's going on right now?
Char influenced him.
Oh
Like,
no!
Like Brock is like bringing around, like parading that horse that won the Kentucky Derby like 60 years ago, and he's just gonna parade him around and let everyone see him. Yeah, he's a has-been. This is what he did so long ago. He's nothing. He's nothing.
The horse's name was Gosh Darn It, by the way.
That it was.
Jiminy Chillikers.
But seriously, like just like no, just Brock Lesnar equals no to me. Don't do it.
I would have rather have seen them drop him and keep Braun Strowman. I think they could have. They didn't do anything with Braun the whole time they had him.
You think so?
I feel like he has
you
more
think they should have dropped Lesnar and kept Strowman instead?
Let Lesnar go. Just go back. Let him go back to the cornfield and carry some telephone poles. You'll be fine.
What was at the end of the day, they were horribly booking Braun.
Yeah.
So I think
Mike just got upset at that last comment.
But Brock Lesnar is I'm over Brock Lesnar. I mean, they literally in commentator they were like, "Oh, Brock Lesnar held the title longer than Roman Reigns." But the only reason why is because he defended it once a month.
Mm-hmm.
If that.
But if the one thing they can do with him right now is have him come in against Roman. That's about it. That's the only thing I want to see with him. And that's only because of the Heyman stuff.
I would have loved to see him go against Bobby Lashley, just because it's two fucking meatheads going at it.
I'd love to see
that was really supposed to have been it right there for Lashley. Lashley wanted to go against Brock for the longest.
Mike, what you
see
eating?
that?
Mm-hmm. What you eating down there?
Pizza.
I'd like to see them put Brock Lesnar
That
sitting in the
motherfucker can't
concession
hold in,
stand.
y'all.
Say it again, Joe?
I'd like to see them put Brock Lesnar in the concession stand because I think he could have fucked that up more than he does a match. I don't think there's a single move that Brock Lesnar ever did in the ring that he hasn't botched.
The best move I saw him do was the Swanton Bomb.
Yeah, when he landed on his fucking neck.
Oh my god, the shoe. He tried to do the suicide press and landed on his head.
I mean, his neck is probably as big as my chest, but still, it's
I hear you on that. Next, we get Seth Rollins. Oh man, he vows to hold SmackDown hostage until he gets what the hell that he wants. But he gives back the Authority a picture of Edge and Beth Phoenix. So you know what happened last week. He pulled a Edge light on Edge, breaking and entering into the motherfucker's crib. Doing all over type of shit. But this was definitely the white version of that whole shit from back in 2005.
Basically.
No.
2006, excuse me.
It's the same thing, reverse.
Why you saying that? Yeah, that's what I said. It's the light version of what the fuck that we seen before when we was 15 years old.
It was the crystal light. It was the crystal light to Edge.
Oh man, listen.
The Splendor version.
Yeah.
He said it was cool.
Now, this next match is the stupidest booking I ever witnessed. Carmelo defeats Liv Morgan to advance to the semifinals of the Queen's Crown tournament. Such fucking travesty. They just, man, poor Liv. I'm so sorry. Now I feel so bad for her right now. I do. Because
she's another one.
Jesus.
She's another Naomi.
Day when they finally wake up and push her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's another Naomi, a really good talent, but a really waste of fucking talent.
Exactly. It's sad.
They just don't know how to book her. That's the
not
problem.
Just her, but it's a lot of wrestlers on WWE. Get the fuck out of here.
I think it goes back to what Black Card said. They don't know how to book faces. They don't know how to book.
They don't know how to book baby faces.
You hit the nail on the head. They don't know how to book baby faces.
100%.
They can do heels pretty good. They cannot do baby faces.
Vince McMahon himself is a fucking heel.
And last to the party, wait, the underboss Cyber Yeti is in the house.
Wait, I have a gut
your current OTTR champion, by the way.
Yes. What's going on,
So
boys?
you said that you got some
And
words
First
for me.
Lady.
So I've been waiting all night. So I've been waiting all night for this shit. You said that you got some words for me last week when I wasn't even around. Like, yo, what's up?
Hey, you already know what's up, man. I was already talking smack to Big Mike. I was already talking smack to Dukes. Maverick was over there having some fun. Listen to all this stuff.
This victory lap that he's been on has just been.
I totally agree with you, Mike. Because lately his attitude has been a lot more different for the last few weeks.
Hey,
especially now. And now, hey, for the folks here that do not know, check out Cyber's Under Boss's Hot Takes. Now, the new playlist is building out in the
podcast. Like, I don't even know who this dude is anymore.
Yeah, ever since he won that championship, his ego just went skyrocketing.
He has literally turned into the Hollywood Rock. That's what he's turned into. Like, I don't even know who this guy is anymore.
You're saying he's like the Miz? He became the Miz.
He turned into the Miz on us. Like,
man,
I mean, with this show and this YouTube
not really.
show
He definitely turned into like the Cameron Grimes when he definitely got that money. He said that we got that stock money. He's like, you know what? Oh no, we over here, man. We doing all this shit, man. I got this shit going. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You missed it. He debuted. He got a new picture for when he turns his camera off. I mean, I don't even know
got
who
the
this
whole
guy
graphic
is.
too.
He got graphics
like,
and everything.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Who is this guy?
It was just
What
real
could I
funny
say?
how it's real funny how you sit here and say, "Oh, we forgot about you," but then you just go and just do your own shit. And Cyber Yeti's hot takes, and leaves everybody in the fucking dust.
Goes and does his YouTube shows. He shouts everybody else out on the show, leaves me hanging.
Oh
my
God!
I don't know who this dude is.
Hey, Big Joe. This is we every month, every pay-per-view, we always have the prediction scale. So we have this covered OTTR championship in the back, but those that can see in the back of my screen. You know,
I think I need a shot at it.
This is what makes the championship. So
I think I need a shot at the title.
Joe.
We got a challenge. We got a challenge for Big Joe to Cyber Yeti.
Big Joe, you want it? Come get it.
Normally, this is something I'd step in on, but I think I'll let Joe do the light work for now.
I don't know my
now I'm being called
light
light
now,
work.
but you know what I can do.
I'm being called light work now.
Oh
no!
Man.
Cyber Yeti, you're the splendid version of the championship right now.
Don't make me take my teeth out and get dirty.
Joe, let's go.
Yo, Joe,
I'm
take
ready.
your teeth out for him real quick. Let him know who you are.
He's like, I ain't seeing this. No.
Nope.
Oh man, guys. Wow.
If I got so as a commissioner, I guess I gotta make this into a triple threat match now because he's just basically trying to grab your nuts and you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Oh no! Hey, he wants some. I mean, come get some too. I'll send him back to the back of the line. Hey, I sent Big Mike to the kitty table, and then I'm gonna kick him out, and then Big Joe's gonna just take his place. That ain't no problem.
Hey, see, the only problem is with me is like there is no problem because I'm used to losing.
See, he said
I gotta
he
give
ain't
him
got
some props
nothing to
for
lose.
that. I gotta give him props.
He said he ain't got nothing to lose.
Cool.
Oh man.
Oh.
I may not make it to the top, but I'm gonna hit you in the middle.
I guess I'm gonna make it official right here, right now.
I gotta respect that.
Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. Cyber Yeti defends the OTTR championship against Big Mike and Big Joe of the Irish Whip podcast in the triple threat match.
Hey,
So
let's do it.
You guys gonna let me step into your house and take your property, huh?
Now I got secondary belt in the back anyway.
Okay.
Technically,
All right.
you had to send his belt back over here to Massachusetts. So eventually, I'm gonna get it for you anyway.
Hey,
so no matter what,
that
we're gonna
belt's
deal
gonna
behind
stay
the
in
scenes.
Texas for a
And
little
I'm gonna
while,
get that.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that belt right back behind the scenes. Cyber Yeti just got robbed.
Oh man.
Yeah, I get people down in Texas. I can make it happen.
All right, let's go. I want the smoke. I want the smoke.
Now that we have a full crowd, let me move forward with.
That's what I heard about you. You all smoke, no fire.
Oh, wow.
I told you can't fuck with them South Boston boys.
Hey, yo, man, Mike, I'm gonna pop up to your front door one of these days and be like, so remember what you said about the whole South Boston thing? I'm bringing the backyard with me right here to the motherfucking front door.
JP will do it Southie style. We'll just go down there and take his house while he's sleeping.
Oh,
He'll wake up in the field next to a cow. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, I like these dudes.
We'll leave
I
him with
like,
a pair of cowboy
let's
boots
move
and a
forward
cowboy
from here,
hat.
man.
So
like these dudes,
Mace is now solo dolo apparently. We get a happy talk segment. Both stupid goofballs told jokes till Kevin Owens comes out, try to fight them all, but he gets beaten the fuck down. Kevin Owens, as I said to him, I said to y'all earlier on in the show, Simon, I'm gonna say to you right now, this motherfucker just needs to go to AEW, just have a party, have a time of his life. Moving on from that.
Yeah.
Naomi is fed up with Sonya, and then next week, because of SmackDown being on FS1, because of the Major League Baseball playoffs right now that's going on. So we all know what's going to happen with that. So we get a 1-on-1 between Sonya Deville, and they will be set for next week.
Finally.
Hey, Finn Balor defeat. Finn Balor defeat.
Really quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The Patriots this week. I'm going to get into football real quick. Patriots this week are playing Houston. Next week they're playing Dallas. So it's very possible Texas is going to go 0-3 against Boston when Big Joe beats Yeti.
Why you gotta be talking about my Texans like that, man? I swear, I feel worse than the Cleveland Browns fan right now. I feel like I need to be wearing a brown paper bag over my head.
Yeah, you ask him why is he talking about the Texans like that? Because no one else is.
Jeez, man, they're bringing the fire right now, man. Damn. I'm enjoying this, but man,
listen, man.
I'm
moving on from that. Finn Balor.
I'm gonna say one last time.
Go ahead.
Don't fuck with them South Boston boys. I keep telling
you.
You.
Marvin, I'm gonna pop up to your motherfucking front door, and I'm gonna just take out your shit. And Mike and Edu, you better bring your asses back to this motherfucking forum right now.
Mike is eating.
And Mikey likes it.
And what's doing? And what Edu's doing? Masturbating in the background?
Hey, he's not breathing, so I think he died.
Dukes, I pushed so many positive comments about you last week, and then you're over there starting to do that shit.
Whatever the hell that both of y'all fat boys is doing, you better stop that right now. especially Mike admitted that he was eating the pizza in the back. Oh man! But next we get Finn Balor defeating Cesaro to advance to the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. At the end of the show, we get Seth Rollins promo antagonizing Edge. So an angry Edge shows up, trying to whip his ass with Seth Rollins flees. Angrily, he announces Hell in a Cell for Saudi Arabia. So the key question of the night, Cyber. Now we're gonna end the show with the key question of the night. Y'all can have an open debate for the next 10 to 15 minutes. That's how we're going to show out the show. Well, the better storyline is it the Bloodline and Lesnar, or is it Rollins? Or is it Seth Rollins and Edge?
Bloodline. And the reason being is because Edge and Seth Rollins is just going to continue because they both got drafted to Raw. Bloodline and Brock. Bloodline and Brock is just going to be some bullshit. Fucking Paul Heyman's gonna pull the switcheroony because he's been conspiring with Brock in the background the whole time. He's one hell of an actor. I just put it like that.
I think Bloodline is the better storyline. Like Mav was saying, this whole thing with Seth and Edge getting drafted to Raw, it's just gonna keep continuing and continuing and continuing.
And it's gonna get stale. It's already stale.
It is. And it's just going to keep getting stale.
Came out of the package stale.
Sure did.
Just start the AJ versus Edge storyline already so we can all enjoy it. I'm tired of this crap already.
Thank you.
I could see a triple threat. I don't know if I can really see that.
But
that's just fancy booking me.
Vince McMahon, stop with the triple threats. All right?
No more.
Let Seth and Edge get this last one out of them, or however many, one or two more they're going to get out of them once they go to Raw. End it, and let AJ Styles and Edge finally go at it, because that is something that everybody's been waiting to see for years, and now it's actually possible.
Yes, it is.
That will probably be the greatest match WWE has put out in God knows how long.
Yeah, they'll screw it up though, because they'll have somebody run in, or you use the closed fist, or you walk with your left foot first. They're gonna fuck it up somehow, and they're gonna cancel it, and someone do a run in. I just don't have any faith in the WWE product right now.
No,
I don't.
And here's the thing with that too, man. I mean, the last match I can honestly think of that I was honestly excited about, besides AJ and Edge, was back when AJ and Finn Balor faced each other. I'm trying to remember what pay-per-view it was, but I mean, he came out as the Demon and went against AJ Styles, and
it was Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2017, I think.
They burned it down big time. That was like,
I remember that match too.
Oh my god,
that
man,
was the best
loved
match.
it. That's what this Edge and AJ match, that I can feel that potential coming off of it if they do it right.
I think the last WWE match I was excited about was when JP and I went down to Texas for WrestleMania 25. Since then, I haven't nothing's been able to excite me.
It's hard to get excited about the product right now. It really is.
It really is.
I think the only thing worth getting excited about is
yo, Mike, why are you pulling Monkey Who's an 8 on me right now?
Which is
on the fight park right now, so there's like mad.
I really feel like AJ Styles is probably the best wrestler on WWE, and he's like the only exciting part about WWE to me is AJ Styles, because he actually wrestles.
You got to look at WWE too. The way we look at it right now, we look at it through jaded eyes, because we're critiquing it. That's kind of like our job. We critique it. We pick it apart. We see the flaw. His shoe was untied. Her ponytail came out too early. We critique it. Now, what I think, if we took a couple of steps back and went back just to blindly watching it, like if we watched wrestling the way little kids watch cartoons, just sitting there staring with our mouth open, not understanding what's going on, and just watching it, we will all be blown away and we will all love it again. It now that we're all a little bit older, we understand it a little bit more, and we know what goes into it.
We are a lot older.
Oh yeah.
I'm like a little bit older. What the hell is that supposed to mean, Nick?
Some of us are a little bit older.
I'm about to say, who's the youngest one in here?
Char, right?
Char, I think.
I gotta be the oldest.
I'm 34 next month, so I don't know.
Damn.
How old are you, Big Joe? You say you might be the oldest.
I'm 48.
I'm 31.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be 35. So, well, I'm
So I think JP and I are the only Gen X here.
Mike,
I'm 47. So
I just turned 34.
Dukes.
Yeah.
And
how old are you?
That tops the conversation there for Dukes.
But you know what I'm saying? We look at it through a jaded eye, though. So it's kind of, maybe it is a good product if we just stop critiquing every piece of it. But we can't, because that's our job.
Yeah,
and we still don't know how old Dukes is.
32.
32. Okay.
So I'm the youngest one then.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 31. I'm 31.
Oh damn, you're a fucking baby.
I get underwear older than you.
Big Joe, this is my thing right here. It was said, I forgot who said it on their podcast, but pretty much it's like the people who don't follow wrestling too much are the ones that are the biggest fans of WWE. The ones who are actually real fans of wrestling, it seems like they know how things should go. They know how storylines should go. That's why they're more fans of AEW and other promotions, because they actually know the ins and outs, basics of wrestling. So
it's like going to the school. It's like going to the school bake sale. You walk into the school bake sale and you can tell that the ones that were bought at the bakery and put in front of you that look all pretty, or you can tell the ones that the kid actually made themselves that look like shit. I mean, they taste like shit. but you're going to get them anyway because you want to support the kid.
Exactly.
Not the bakery.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like that.
If you walk outside your house tomorrow and you ask the first 5 people you see if they've heard of WWE, all 5 are going to say yes. You ask all 5, those same 5 people if they've heard of AEW, maybe one of them is going to say yes to you.
1 or 2, depending on if they're sports fans. Because like, if you watch TNT, if you watch basketball, you know what AEW is because it's on. The commercial runs all the time.
Yeah, and TNT's been pretty good about putting like
same thing for football too.
It's
same thing for football and baseball when it comes to Fox.
Yeah, Fox does put SmackDown on a lot.
Or even take it a step further from that, JP. Instead of making it, WWE or AEW. Do you know who Stone Cold is? Yes, they all know who it is. Do you know who Cody Rhodes is? Not really. Or do you know?
Or just he's the son of Dustin Rhodes. They won't say that right away. Oh yeah, I know who he is, but because of his last name, they'll go find that. Wait.
Then ask if they know Dustin Runnels.
but if you were saying Goldust, but if you were saying Goldust, oh yeah, they'll know that.
Yeah. They won't know the name, though. They'll know Goldust, but not the real name.
Mm-hmm. Those are the casual fans for you.
Let's go right after SmackDown. You know what the hell that happened? AEW Rampage. Yeah, CM Punk defeating Daniel Garcia. That was a beautiful match.
It was.
5 points for that, personally by me. Leo Rush, Dante Martin, and the Matt Sydal promo happens in the back. Seidel's not impressed about Rush's whole gimmick that he's doing right now, but he said that he'll give him a match with CM Punk next week. And Dukes, what in the guy's name are you doing? I don't know.
Both of y'all.
But he got him a match between CM Punk for next week. So I guess the key thing is follow his lead. He knows what he's doing. The Lucha Bros claim to retain AEW Tag Team Gold. Needless to say, we don't know who's gonna win, but the claim has arrived. Anyways, moving on.
About Arn Anderson too. I want to shout that out.
Yeah,
yo,
shout out to Arn Anderson.
Yo, that
Clark
dude,
Anderson. Clark Anderson.
Anderson,
Excuse me.
Yo, man, he claimed.
The acclaim has arrived.
The acclaim got their asses handed to them by the Lucha Bros. That's what happened.
It really did.
It was a good match.
It really did. It was a good match, but the Lucha Bros are too on fire.
Yeah, they were never.
The Lucha Bros are too on fire for them to lose right now.
And the acclaim can lose as long as Max Caster comes out to the ring with the mic in his hand.
I want to punch him in the face every time I see him. It's almost on the same level of freaking MJF at this point.
I love it. I love it.
Listen. Next, we got Jay Cargill defeat Sky Blue in a squash match. She continues to beat down to Thunder Rosa comes out to make the save for the babyface. Oh yeah.
Jade is going to be the TNT champion, and I think she's never going to lose ever.
Or do you mean the TBS champion?
TBS, what I say, TNT, TBS
she's not
champion.
ready. She's not ready for it yet.
She's not, but
I could see Thunder
Who else do you see
holding
taking it? Who else do you see holding it though?
Possibly someone like Serena Deeb or someone.
I'm leaning towards that direction right there with the Serena Deeb right now. She just with that heel turn, she's hungry. So I know they're going to try to lead on the next young set of crop talent because Thunder Rosa, that's definitely the plain women's championship title rank right there. She's up there. Yeah. There's no way she should be down here. That's like her Ruby Soho and shit like that right now.
And especially since they just pulled the trigger with her with the heel turn. I mean, they've got to be having big plans for her for something.
But let me ask y'all what doesn't make sense. Go ahead, dudes. Not that you want to and say something.
I don't say nothing. I just like what I heard.
Well then, how about you fix your face and fix your camera while you're at it? Next, and last but not least, which oh my god, this is the tirade that I've been waiting for. Ricky Starks defeats Brian Cage in the Philly street fight to retain the stupid FTR title.
I hope this
shit was trash. I don't give a fuck what no doubt fucking say. They mishandling my man Brian fucking Cage. This is what I gotta say now. Fuck you, AEW. Definitely ain't shit for this. You brought him there to become a fucking chasing after a fake belt in the fucking last that only was prestigious in an old school promotion that was probably right for it. In this case, it is not right for this motherfucking promotion. And you're making a mockery out of the man. Chasing after Ricky, and yet somehow within this whole entire ordeal, hold on, Math, between the whole fucking ordeal, he still loses? Still can get his motherfucking win? Are you kidding me? Exactly what Maverick said earlier about Ricky Starr becoming another cheap version of The Rock. I totally get it now. Because you see, I mean, they're trying to make him into a babyface, which is not fucking working. He needs to stay as a heel. Brian Cage needs to be the big powerhouse fucking babyface. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just audacity and just a stupid idiotic booking when it comes to this guy. And I even said this on Instagram, like, yo, where the fuck you at when it comes to this casino ladder match? He's like, yo, I'm good with ladders too. What the fuck are you doing? His wife even said, yo, you're misbooking my husband right now, and this is a laughing stock right now. What the fuck are you doing to him? I gotta agree with that shit right about now. You're gonna see people like him that's gonna go right over to WWE, and Michigan is gonna be like that. That's the first effecto that says something bad about AEW. So now your perfect little promotion, Dukes, Char, God knows how many people in this motherfucking group that praises AEW's nutsack, and that's I fucking told y'all there's still loopholes that they got fucking problems with. They need to fix up. Otherwise, people like me is not gonna be totally fucking convinced. And this is one of those goddamn reasons.
Fuck Ricky Starks. Fuck Ricky Starks.
But the question of the night,
trash, and Brian Cage should be that champion right now. I'm sorry.
Wait. But the question of the night for y'all is: does Brian Cage need to go to WWE?
Yes.
Yes.
I think he wants to get paid.
No room for him left on that roster at all. There's no spot for him.
Well, JP, going toward what you were saying. Here's my thing. Right now, Vince McMahon, we know how he is. When it comes to big guys, he is a fan of guys who are big and who can put in work. I think if Brian Cage goes in on the right scenario, I honestly think he would be doing pretty good. If he could easily probably be in the mid-title picture and then eventually move on to the world title. But here's the thing, though. Vince McMahon, he's an old senile bastard that doesn't need to be running anything right now.
That's for sure.
And I know he would probably start it the way that I said, but it'd probably end completely differently. He'd probably wind up chasing around what's his face for the 24/7 title.
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie.
Everybody fuck Reggie too.
All right, I'm gonna already break this down for y'all real quick.
Oh God.
Yes. Listen. Yes.
20 minutes later.
Where the hell did Big Mike just disappear to?
Uh-oh. I told you he was eating his pizza. He said there was a lot of people in his house. If you weren't, but you were on Tyrant, so you didn't hear him say that.
All right, just one more to this say. All right, Brian Cage to stay to AEW.
Of course, the AEW fanatic right here. Go ahead.
Of course you can say that. Why?
No,
why?
All right. One reason, because right now, this whole him versus Ricky Starks, that match right there.
I'm over this storyline.
Listen. They ended that feud, so now Brian Cage can finally move on.
Did they though?
After? Yes. There's no other.
They'll just go Brian Cage versus Will Hobbs. They'll go Brian Cage versus anybody in that group. That storyline between him and Team Taz is not over.
No, it's definitely not.
But that story needs to be over. That man should have been winning after the TNT championship a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, exactly. Big Joe, what do you think? What do you think should be going on with Brian Cage now that he's gone through this?
And Big J, match? You too, man.
Big J,
Brian Cage, I think he needs to be drafted. I think he needs to go to the league, get himself a big payday, and he can actually, do something. Do something where he's going to be seen instead of sitting there throwing away a bullshit match.
MLW.
The thing with Brian Cage is Brian Cage can kind of skip over NXT.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
He could easily go to Raw or SmackDown because, I mean, look who they drafted for crying out loud in the round 2 of the draft this past week. No, the final round of the draft. I was irate when I saw that draft.
Oh, wait a minute, Cyber, Cyber, Big J. What you say earlier about the WWE draft? Like you shouldn't call it that. You should call it what?
You should call it a trade. Because that's all it is. It's not a draft and not picking
or
any
WWE shuffle or something like that.
Yeah, the shuffle.
A roster
WWE
roster
shuffle.
refresh.
Do the WWE shuffle.
Here's the thing, though. Like WWE created the 2 different brands to create competition for themselves. Now that they have competition again, can't everybody just fucking wrestle on each show?
I don't think that would make
Ask
either
Mr.
network
Man,
happy.
ask Mr. Man that question. It'll probably be like, get out of my office.
That's not
because
good
their
shit.
roster is still too big.
That's not gonna work. I'm like, what would you do if you was in my shoes?
It worked for them for 30 years, however many years before.
What would he do if I was in his shoes? Retire.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yep.
Oh man. But let's get into. Oh wait a minute. Oh no way. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and finish your thought real quick.
I was finished with my thought.
No, I thought someone was gonna be finishing their thought real quick, but
Fuck Ricky Starks.
oh well, yeah, you're teaching for Ricky Starks, the ripoff on the Rock, which so yeah,
come on,
man,
you can look at his whole character.
Listen, but
Look
just
at his
the
whole persona.
but just the whole match itself, was just
Everything
like, bro, this match was designed to have Brian Cage fucking win this match to get his win. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, do something unique with that title if you are trying to make it considerate or at least make it worthwhile. You're not making it worthwhile by only defending it like once in a while type shit. Like, what's the point? It's just a novelty belt.
I mean, I hate to say, what really makes me mad is like this whole Ricky Starks kid, like, you couldn't come up with a better gimmick. You had to steal, like, when The Rock was breaking away from the Nation of Domination gimmick. And then, like, you do this shit to some guy that will fucking outwork you any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Even twice on Sunday for this shit. Come on, I don't give like fuck Ricky Starks, man, and Team Taz. They all can go to hell.
Oh man!
What did Taz do in his career that can make him build a team where Ricky Starks is the fucking star?
I would only count maybe some of his ECW run, but other than that, I mean, what did he do in WWE?
Nothing.
The real star of that team is in the background, and that is fucking Hobbs.
Yeah,
bro, that is true. Hobbs has star written all over him.
He does.
But Starks had a decent run in NWA too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a decent run.
But that's a program on a smaller level where they're able to make somebody like him the star of the show.
Yeah.
I think that's going to break out again. It's going to become a fourth
It's
player in the
enjoyable.
big game.
I think so too. I think now since WoW is starting to make their comeback, and then on top of that, Impact is actually starting to do some decent work. MLW is now going to be getting a TV deal, a better TV deal, mind you, than Impact.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're quickly falling down the list. Corgan needs to come up with an idea to be able to keep themselves in the mix. If not, they're going to fall off and they're going to stay off.
Yeah, and you're Texas, right, Cyber Yeti?
Yes, sir.
Booker T's Reality of Wrestling just signed like fucking 1 million TV deals all over the country.
That's right too. Booker T did, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe New Texas Pro Wrestling, I believe, is on the verge of getting a deal. It's not going to be a national deal, but it's going to be like it's a pretty decent deal.
Cyber, thank you for actually kind of breaking some of the news I got from the news and rumors. News and rumors is that the Women of Wrestling, WoW, signs AJ Lee for executive producer role and signed the controversial Tessa Blanchard.
You know what's crazy about the WoW superheroes though? If you watch the original incarnation of it, like last year, the year before, like Amber O'Neil had a big part of that, and she helped out with producers and whatever they needed. She had no clue what relaunched.
That's cool. And also,
they didn't reach out to her at all with everything she did for them.
I mean,
and that was a little bit of a surprise too. I figured they would at least reach out and at least have her have some kind of small role even in it.
Right. And then they come up with a tagline of out with the old, in with the new.
There's not much respect left at the top.
Yeah, once you become a Vince McMahon, I mean, what can you do? Don't nobody fucking respect anybody no more.
No.
Also, go ahead, man.
All these people are acting like these people didn't work their asses off to get these companies where they are, and then they just throw them off to the fucking dirt. You know, like how you treat Triple H, your son-in-law, the way you did, and then just rebrand NXT the way you did. You know, I'm just saying these are the things I think about. I'm sorry.
I hear you. But on top of that,
NXT in title alone, in my opinion.
They should have left. That is the one thing that Vince McMahon should just kept his hands off of, just because of how successful it was, even not being on network TV at first, with it just being on the network and prospering the way it did. I mean,
yeah.
I was a fan of NXT for years, especially when the original people from NXT went through there, that they were there when it was I forgot what they used to call it.
And
Big
Bray
Wyatt, the
Andrade, Aleister Black,
all of them. And I mean, now to see the product where it's at now, I'm sorry, but this has Vince McMahon written all over it, and it hurts.
Back then, it was an indie promotion under the WWE umbrella.
Yeah.
I can tell you they have recently hired an independent wrestling writer, though, to go down to NXT and write for them.
Yes.
Well, let's just hope that fixes some of the stuff that's going on, down there, because right now it is floundering with what's going on.
It's definitely another WWE play, though, that they're molding into what they want NXT to be. But on top of the WoW situation, they ink a new distribution deal with Viacom. So now a new season is going to be coming out in 2022. So be on the lookout for that. As we all know, the next set of news is the TBS title has been debuted. What you guys think of the belt? And now the tournament is going to start. Who you got winning it?
I'm going Serena Deeb.
I think it's going to be Jade. Or maybe Ruby Soho, but
maybe
Ruby Soho's at the bottom of the line. Like I said, I want to keep it. I want to keep it an AEW superstar. I'm going Jade on this one. I think AEW needs to start pushing their superstars.
She's not ready for it yet.
Timer?
I don't think you should just put the title on her if she's not ready to be for that role yet.
This is going to be a situation where it's going to have to be who's ready now. Exactly like it was for the AEW title. It was who is ready now.
Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb is ready. She is ready to hold a title. I feel like that with this recent heel turn, I feel like she would be a good person to pick. Now, I could understand with this heel turn, having someone like maybe a little later on down the road, someone like Thunder Rosa going against her, or actually no, because Thunder Rosa is probably going to be turning to the women's championship, because her and Britt Baker have some unfinished business that they need to take care of. But there's a lot of AEW homegrown talent that could potentially step in and challenge for that title, but they need someone that has, one, a name, two, and has that persona and that personality about them to be able to carry that title as the first person. And I believe it's going to be Miss Deebs that's going to be the one that's going to be ready to do that, and I think that's going to be the one that's going to win the tournament. So,
Dukes, Mike.
I think. Oh no, go ahead, Dukes. Go ahead.
No, you know what? I think it's gonna be Deebs, and probably after that, it's gonna probably be Big Swole.
Okay. They have to build her up.
No. Big Swole is actually still primed up to be that, and she's already Battle Cup Pros Women's Champion over there as is too. So I know she's primed up to be champion. And Big Mike, you said Jay Cargill and who else?
I think it's gonna be Jay or Ruby. Only Ruby because I think she's more over. I think they were pleasantly surprised with how over she was when she fought Britt. And like I said, I mean, if Britt, like usually with, I don't know how AEW is going to do it, but usually you do the opposite with your major title and your mid card title. Major champions are healed, and your mid card needs to be a baby face, and so with Britt being a heel, I wouldn't be surprised if they went Ruby as a baby face to hold that belt. But I don't know. I see dollar signs when I see Jay Cargill. So, and I think they do too. So,
all right,
it would make sense to put that belt on her.
Wait, I might change mine.
No, change it real quick, man. Hurry up.
I might be Soho.
All right.
Because usually take a look at it.
No, I don't want to take a look at it. You already made your choice. I'm moving on from that. Next, we got Rampage and SmackDown. We'll go head to head next week with SmackDown going on to FS1, and Rampage is going to be on the same night, but they're only going to be battling for the last half an hour.
How does that work? What is SmackDown going to be on late? What's that?
No, SmackDown's going to be on
half an hour later, so 7 to 9:30.
SmackDown's going to be on FS1.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why, because the playoffs is happening for Major League Baseball.
It'll be the first half hour.
But how? Because the shows aren't SmackDown is 8 to 10, Rampage is 10 to 11. So how?
They add an extra half hour.
SmackDown added an extra half hour?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're competing with each other next Friday.
For the last half.
And that's the reason why they're having Brock Lesnar come out, which they're probably going to wait for that 30-minute slot for him to come out to get that pop in ratings. And then what is going to be interesting to see what AEW is going to counter with, because here's the thing. They've been putting all their main event stuff that should have been main event. They're putting it right smack dab at the beginning of the show. So we're going to
know what they're going to do. CM Punk is going to fight at 10 o'clock on the dot. Like, there's no secrets here. It's the same thing every week. It's the same formula.
That would make sense though. You would want, if you're AEW though, you'd want your biggest match going up against SmackDown.
No, you would want your biggest star going up against SmackDown, and that is CM Punk.
Exactly.
You never know; they might have Hangman Page fight for his title.
No,
don't you say that.
No, they already announced the card for next week.
And he's facing Matt Sydal next week, so that would be a pretty good match to watch anyway.
Here's my thing with it is, like, Tony Khan has already recognized it. When people have tried to run against Vince McMahon, he's never acknowledged them. Like, I think Tony Khan made a mistake by even acknowledging it on Twitter.
Yes, I totally agree with that. You should have just left yourself be a separate entity. Don't give a fuck about the other bigger promotion over there. Just do you. Mind your goddamn business. Don't even let that shit even phase you.
But
how you let that shit phase you?
But he basically gave WWE a free ad.
Pretty much. And here's the thing too, that we have had multiple occasions, like even going back to the original Monday Night Wars, where they've said in the past, I'm not watching that other show, I'm not doing this, that, and the other. But yet when they do documentaries and they're showing footage from the back, what do you think they're seeing? They're all watching WCW, or WCW's watching WWE. So regardless, if Tony Khan recognized them or Vince McMahon recognized them, you're still going to see in the back, you're going to see TV showing the other product, because they want to see exactly what they're going up against. And they want to see if they're going to actually win against them.
I mean, if you watch though, I mean, WWE is now still in Impact stuff. I mean, AEW by doing the little shit, throwing their commercials up on, or doing the picture commercials.
I have started noticing that too.
WWE is definitely still in their formula by doing stuff like that right now.
moving on from that, we all know Dynamite is set to move to TBS January 5th, 2022. So that's the end of that. But last but not least, Braun Strowman is trying to get his job back with WWE. So sources have say that he's trying to reach out, trying to get back, but they're not letting him back in. They're not no use for him right now. So I don't know why Braun's trying to even go back. Why go back? But
I tell you why, because them indie checks is kind of small. That's why.
And plus,
he out there looking at them indie checks like, what is this?
This ain't supporting my boat.
Oh man, and that's it, folks. That's the end of the damn show, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Whatever that you're hearing us from, we greatly appreciate it, man. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. You know what I'm saying? Check out all the content that we have from last week of wrestlings, from the After Darks, and now Under Boss's Cyber Yetis, Under Boss's Hot Takes now. To go check out all the stuff. Go get the merch. You already know. I said it earlier. I'm not gonna repeat it here. Give the Irish podcast Big Joe the winner circle, the victory lap. This is where you do your plugins and shout outs. So where to find you guys, where to find your merch and everything else like that. And I greatly appreciate you guys being here and witnessing the mayhem that we go through each and every week, and surviving it out, and giving Cyber Reference money. Big Joe, I'm looking forward to this triple threat match between you, Big Mike, and Cyber Yeti. And let's just get this thing going. So do your plugins and showers. Let's get the hell out of here.
First off, I just want to say thank you for having us on. You know, it means a lot, especially connect with another Salty podcast, and and hitting it up like that. Now, when it comes to this triple threat, I don't know the rules you guys go by. I usually don't go by rules. But, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. If anybody wants to hit me up, I'm at Big Joe TIW on Twitter. You can always get me at 3 Irish Boys. That's 3 Irish Boys, the number 3, and the letter Z at the end.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, 3 Irish Boys, or I'm at JPTIW on Twitter, JP Griffin on Facebook. Guys, this was awesome. This was a ton of fun. All the chaos looked really familiar to sort of what we do.
Dukes, we'll be seeing you guys October 30th at Pot Water Stadium, you know what I'm saying, for the UFOs, Monsters Ball.
Peter
and
McNeely.
You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be great. Can't wait for it. But everyone else, Cyber Yeti, your OTCR champion.
You ain't shit.
Big Joe's going to be good Will hunting for that championship belt.
Hey, you know what? I will take everybody on. I don't care how many it is. I will take all
this
of y'all.
This is the whole forbidden door opening up, y'all. This is the big deal. This is the breath of the forbidden door. Any podcast that wasn't challenged for the OTCR championship that gets your predictions right, y'all come holler at us, man.
The forbidden door is kicked open. I will take on anybody. Big Joe, I will take you on. Man, Big J, I will take you on too if I have to. I will run through y'all's podcast. I'll run through everybody. And Blackheart, I still got smoke for you if you want it. Big Mike.
I'm giving you the freebie of dealing with Mike first before I take a charge at you.
Which that was very kind of you. You didn't have to give
your little grudge match out the way. So when I face you, I give whatever sloppy seconds that's left.
Hey. I'm very surprised you gave your scraps to the only dude sitting at the kiddie table, because to be honest, I let him starve. It looks like he could skip a couple meals like I could, but Lord, I'm still going to eat. But like I said, I will take anybody on. Big Joe, it's going to be fun to take you on. We'll talk about rules and everything else. I look forward to it. I'm happy to defend my title against any podcast that wants to come and get this smoke. So, guys, thank you so much for taking part. I'm sorry I was late, but like I said, I enjoyed it. So thank you so much for popping in. We do appreciate it. Let me know, and I'd be more than happy to return the favor.
Sounds like a plan.
RC.
No, don't do that. Don't trust him on that, because he might show up late.
Well, I know. I want to have him come on. I'm going to have him come on and give a concession speech.
What? Sharcy.
Follow me on at Mox Crew 2021 on Twitter, at Charlene M. Cadilla on Instagram.
Excuse me, you mean Dean Ambrose?
And major shout out to my boy who just retained his GCW world title tonight against Nick Gage.
Oh, see, I knew it. I knew it too. I knew it.
Yeah, baby.
Oh boy. Moxtober is beginning. El Maverick goes back for a limited time only. Go ahead, do your plugins too, kid.
Shout out to everybody listening and watching all the time. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to the Irish boys. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for showing up today. These are the two funniest white boys I ever met in my life.
Big Mike.
Yes, you know what it is. First OTTR champion. The haters can continue to hate.
But champion, more like it.
Was there no competition the first time?
I will be the first 2-time OTTR champion. And then there'll be excuses, and we all know it. But y'all know where to follow me. I am _MBJ on all the socials. Short and sweet. We out of here. 2 times soon come.
And last but not least, on Constantly Glieri, E Dukes.
This was fun. This was fun. Shout out to the Irish boys for coming out.
Oh my god!
Say it. Say it.
Hurry up, man!
I got to. You know what? Fuck it. WWE, you ain't shit, bitch.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Did y'all cover this? Hold on. Before we sign off, Impact Wrestling just announced that Inspiration will be going to Bound for Glory.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's gonna be dope.
That was just announced 30 minutes ago.
And I was just watching the latest Fusion Alpha show that they had. And I was watching that match. I was like, "Ooh, I like these guys." Now they over there. I'm like, "Oh shit!" They about to make it. They good. See, that's a good.
This is gonna be good for them to be on Impact. This is gonna be very good for them, I think.
All right, Dukes, hurry up.
I said, "Fuck WWE, you ain't shit." Yo,
folks. Until then. So the next time you'll more likely see me is when I'll be hosting the After Dark with Henny Wrestling, who's going to be on the show. So you're going to stay tuned to that. We got this whole month, we got shit in locked and key for y'all. So stay tuned. Until then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and Jay, future OTTR champ.
Oh, what?
Give me one last
keep on wishing.
Can you show the kids at home your little teeth?
This is the longest goodbye ever.
Show a palm off the teeth.
Oh my god.
Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we bid y'all adieu.